Hey, welcome back to another Reflection Wednesday. This is the first Reflection Wednesday where we've been in a different room, and you can kind of see in the camera how tiny this room actually is. But that's not what I'm here to talk to you about today. I am here to talk to you about all of the stuff that you've done so far, what you need to do, and how we're going to accomplish the things that we want to do, okay? So, let's start out with what you have done that is a step in the right direction. So, we reflect back on this past week, right? Where last Wednesday you were down in the dumps, you weren't feeling confident, you weren't feeling yourself anymore. But you still took the initiative to go out and do the training, the 10X training with Grant Cardone. His free thing. You still haven't heard back on the system, but that's okay. They'll get to you. Sure, they're really busy with all the emails they probably get all the time. So we'll just wait and we'll see what happens. But you took a step in the right direction because you went and you took this training, even though you were feeling down and out and didn't really feel like everything was going your way anymore. And, but I think part of you, I'm pretty sure part of you felt like if you did this, then you would gain back that confidence and figure out what you need to do in order to make things work. And you did learn quite a bit there. You've made some connections. You have something floating in your hair over there. You've done all of these great and fascinating things that, you weren't for sure if you were ever going to be able to do it. But here you are, and you've gone through the whole week. You did the bonus day yesterday, which was fantastic to learn from. You've learned from several different individuals who were on their live stream yesterday. You've taken the steps to try to get better at what you do, which is fantastic. Not a lot of people can say they do that. Not a lot of people can say they started. Not a lot of people can say that, they started and then they tried to learn. Or they learned and they started and then tried to learn again. Not a lot of people can say that. I'm not saying no one can say that. I'm saying not a lot of people can say that because, that's why it's called the 1% for a reason. A lot of people, they start something and then when it doesn't work, they just give up. When if they would have just kept pushing, then that could have been the time. They just kept going. But unfortunately, not everyone sticks with that because they don't want to go out and learn how they can be better at what they're doing. Now, things you still have to do, taxes. You still gotta do those. You have all your W-2s in, so you should really get on that. But at the same time, you need to figure out whether or not to file jointly. So figure out if you're going to file jointly or separately and which one's the better option, because you've never been married before, so you don't know which one's the better option. And we'll just have to figure it out. But we got this. We can do this. We can figure this out. Now, next year you're gonna have to figure out how to do a 1099? One of those things, because you have started your own business and you are going to be making bank at, at what you do. So it's exciting. It's very exciting. And you and your husband, you've got so many plans that, you've made it a goal, and now you have to work towards those goals. And since you guys discussed it, I'm going to make sure it's in the video so you have video proof so you can go back and watch this, right? So you can go back and watch this video so you can hear these goals, okay? And I know that your husband is watching. I know he's watching because he always leaves those gosh darn little cowboy emojis on your videos. Now, as funny as that can be, does he learn anything from your videos? Does he? Now, I'm speaking to you and your husband now, okay? You guys have a lot of plans coming up, okay? You got a honeymoon in June. You have to get on it. Call the embassy. Figure it out. If you need the vaccines or not, figure it out. Call the embassy. You want to take his mom to Hawaii. It's a goal. Figure out how you're going to do it. Figure out what it's going to take in order to get the money to do it. Okay? Talking to you, not your husband right now, you want to make it to where you guys can go on vacation for holidays instead of working, having him go to a job. You have to do better. You have to do better. You make that a goal. You have it written down. You have that as a goal for him to not be working at a physical job. Now you have a date kind of set for that. You know that the holidays, when they come up, the winter holidays, when they come up, you don't want him to be working there. You don't want him to be working a job, a physical job at a physical location where he has to be there. Now, he wants to do real estate and he wants to rent stuff out. So do you. You have to physically be there for that sometimes. But the difference is you're the boss and no one else is. So you got to figure out how that's going to happen by the time you want it to happen. Work towards it. You have goals, work towards them. Now let's focus on the one goal that's coming up real quick in June. Actually, May 31st. Not even just in June. It's May 31st when you're getting your happy little butt onto a plane. For the very first time, you've never been on a plane before. You have no idea what to expect. You're kind of terrified to get locked into a airplane bathroom. Or have your jewelry sucked into the toilet because you've seen movies. You've seen movies. Matter of fact, being on the plane and in the air isn't even the scariest part to you. You've never been on a plane. It's not really terrifying for you, but it's every other thing. Being late. Being locked into a toilet. Missing your flight. All of that. That is what terrifies you because you don't like being late. Let's just be honest. Now, your husband, on the other hand, I'm talking to you and him now because I know he's watching. He is so nonchalant about everything. Everything. Now, it's not his fault you were late on your passport thing. That's not his fault. But you forgot the documents. He went and got them. He ran through the snow to get them to you. You forgot them. Make a list. Make sure everything's packed before you go. Don't be packing the day of. Pack before. Which you have no problem of doing that. You usually do that. We don't know what happened last Tuesday. Not yesterday Tuesday. Last Tuesday. Last week Tuesday. Okay? We don't know what happened. Okay? But make sure you have all your stuff together. Okay? Your passport's coming in the mail in 5 more weeks? So in 5 weeks, you're going to have a passport. You have to make sure that that doesn't get lost. Okay? Not only in 5 weeks, you're going to have your birth certificate back in your possession. You got to put that stuff back. Don't just let it sit in the mailbox. Okay? No. We aren't playing that right now. Okay? Matter of fact, after this, go check the mail. And if you don't do it today, because it's too cold, and I know that you don't like going out when it's cold, okay? You put on shorts for a reason today. You put on shorts for a reason today, because you're staying inside. Because, shorts, it doesn't matter right now if you're inside. If you're inside, you can wear what you want. But if you're going outside in 20-degree weather, you need something more than shorts. You need pants. Or at least those thick leggings of yours, which I'm not entirely sure where they are right now. They're probably cleaning in the laundry basket, which, matter of fact, do your laundry, fold your clothes. You were on top of it last week. You did your laundry, you're folding your clothes, you're putting them all up, and I don't know what happened with this last batch, but you did laundry, and it's been in the basket. So go do laundry. But okay, so back to the plane thing. Back to your trip that you're taking in June. May 31st. Make sure everything is done. Make a list of what you need to do. That means, and I'm looking at you and your husband, calling the embassy, not when it gets closer to time, like your husband suggested this morning. No. Call them as soon as possible so you can get everything figured out, taken care of, so you have time to get stuff done. Okay? So if you need those vaccines and you need more than one for some reason, you can get them done as soon as possible and not have to wait till the very last minute and potentially not have the vaccines all done by the time you guys get ready to go, because they can't just jab you in the arm real quick, all of the shots. It's not how the vaccines work. They can't just do it all at once. Okay? Keep an eye on your plane tickets. They've changed in the past where you were supposed to be there at 8 o'clock, which you've been told that you need to go before that. Before 8, be there early and call and show up so you aren't late for the plane. And you've been told that the day before you have to call to make sure you get seats or whatever. I don't know. I can't help you with that one. Why? Because I'm you. We've never been on a plane. We don't know. We don't know what to expect. There's other people who've been on a plane that you've been talking to, and they've been telling you what to expect. So that's what we need to expect, because they've been on a plane, and you've been looking at videos, and apparently this first plane you're going to be on doesn't serve food. There's no meal plan, nothing. So, according to the videos, bring snacks. Bring snacks and a water bottle, an empty one, an empty water bottle. So after your check is done and you've gone through security, you can fill it up and bring it with you. At least that's what the videos say. I would call just to make sure. Just to make sure. Because you don't want to be caught off guard with anything. Just double check. Don't just rely on videos that you see from YouTube and stuff. You've done a lot of research. Matter of fact, this is how depth you've gone into this with not even just the plane thing. You've been looking up Google Maps. Google Maps has been up for like a week and a half on your computer. Okay? And first off, we gotta talk about this change in Google Maps. When you clicked Street View, it used to just take you to Street View and you could go through the streets that way. No, now you have to pick up the little man and drop him. As cool and funny as that is, you didn't figure that out. That was hard to figure out for a little bit. We were like, for 5 minutes, we were just trying to figure out how we're going to get there. And then you thought about picking up the little guy, and then that's how it worked. So, yes, it's how it's happening now. But you've had it up for a while now, so you start at the hotel, and then you go down all these streets, and you figure out where everything is. That way, when you get out of the hotel, you know which direction to go, you know which street to go down, you know how many intersections to pass to get to everything. Okay, there's a Family Mart that's a 3-minute walk from the hotel. There's a 7-Eleven this way, which seems close, and when you look at the map, looks closer to the hotel than the other one, but apparently it's farther away than the other one, or a longer walk anyway. I mean, there's probably like traffic or something that contributes to the walk time. I'm not entirely for sure. But yeah. So I don't know. There's it's like a 9-minute walk to that one and a 7-minute walk to the other one, but looking at the map, it's a lot closer to the hotel than the other one is, so I'm not entirely sure how that one works out, but hey, I don't know. I mean, yeah. And maybe it's just the layout. Maybe, I don't know. I can't help you out with that one. But, you've been figuring out where these convenience stores, because your husband wants to visit convenience stores when you go to Japan. I don't know why. There's so much more to do in Japan other than visit convenience stores. Okay? There are walking trails. There's a McDonald's you can go to. That's actually not even that far of a walk. I mean, it looks kind of far based on the map, but it's actually, according to the little walking dude, the Dodds, it's actually like a 9-minute walk. It's not even that far. It's not that far at all. From the hotel, there's a morning market that is only like an 8-minute walk or 7-minute walk, 7 or 8 minute walk from the hotel as well. There's plenty of bridges to pass. There's trails you can go on. Matter of fact, you don't have to stay in Takayama the entire time. You could take a taxi or somewhere and visit other cities, but your hotel is in Takayama, so you're gonna have to go back to Takayama because that's what you booked, because you don't want to have to figure out where to stay the entire time you're there. Yes. Also, you got some sensitive skin. Okay, you be itching and people are gonna be asking all the time, are you okay? What's the matter? And it's all because you're just itchy. So, yes. But the plane, you have to figure out a lot more stuff because you've never been on a plane. The matter of fact, the most planning that you are doing is figuring out what you need to do to get there. Because you guys, I don't know why you guys did this, and I'm you, so I'm questioning what we're thinking here. You don't got anything really planned. You're just gonna have to figure it out when you get there, I guess. Which can be fun. You just look up new places to go visit. They got museums and stuff. There's plenty of temples around the hotel, which are nice. Is it Kurumado? Kurumado? I think. I don't know why, but they're adorable. The little beanbag doll things. So cute. So, you definitely go get one of those. It's gonna be right over there. What do you get? Okay. You need to figure out, you don't have luggage. You don't have a suitcase. You need to figure that out. You need to get some suitcases, girl. Okay, figure it out if it's cheaper on Amazon or if it's cheaper just to go somewhere to like a store and buy it. I don't know. I can't tell you. You're holding your phone case. You gotta figure this out. I don't know. There's a lot going on. Your hair is just... the tips are just itchy. So, figure out the luggage situation. You guys want passport book covers. Figure that out too. Matter of fact, if you could make it even better, figure that out. Because you like to make stuff. You've been painting for like 2 weeks now. So, just have that figured out. The passport book covers are kind of just a little... They're not a necessity. They're a want. So figure that out, whether you're gonna do it or not. If it's something you want. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else that we need to talk about, because there's just so much. It seems like there's so much to talk about, but I can't think of what I need to talk to you about. I mean, how soon are you supposed to arrive at the airport? Before the flight? There's some people who are just, they show up super early, and there's some people who just show up before the plane takes off. Then you gotta figure out when you're gonna call the day before, because you have no idea what this is all about. You've never been on a plane. Now it's not even 8 o'clock anymore. It's 7:45. You gotta keep an eye on those plane tickets. Like I said, your flight time has changed from 8 o'clock to 7:45 in the morning. So 8 in the morning to 7:45 in the morning, and you're not gonna be arriving in Japan until June 1st, Japan time. June 1st, Japan time. So it's still the 31st in America, but it's June 1st, Japan. So May 31st, America, June 1st, Japan. Okay, and you're gonna be arriving. I grabbed the phone case, like I can actually look stuff up on it. I can't because the phone is on the ring light. I think 3 o'clock. You're gonna arrive in Tokyo at 3. And then you're not going to arrive in Nagayo until 7. And from what you've seen on the tickets, it already accounts for layovers. Hence the long wait time in between flights. And then it's a 2.5-hour drive to the hotel. So you're not going to be arriving there until 9:30 about. If you get a taxi right after you land, which is, let's face it, probably not going to happen because from what you've seen, there's checkpoints and stuff that you have to go through in order to get all the way through. And you're going to have to let the hotel know you're arriving after 10 o'clock. There is the latest I believe you can clock in is midnight, or check in is midnight, but they'll cancel your reservation if you don't communicate that you're going to be there past 10. Because they have your check-in time at 3 p.m. I'm not entirely for sure how check-in times work. Exactly, I don't work in the hotel service industry. I think that's just how they do it. So you have to get a hold of them. You have to know that, well, you already know. You have to let them know that you're not going to be there at exactly 10 o'clock or before 10. You're going to be there after 10. So, you gotta let them know that. I don't really have anything else to talk to you about because you should know this already, and you definitely get those taxes done. Get that figured out. Get that figured out whether you're doing it jointly or separately. Which one's better for you to do? This is your first year being married, so you don't even know yet. And it's been 7 months since you first got married, I believe. So, figure that out. Maybe. Yeah. Just get it figured out. Figure all this stuff out. You can do this. You went and you did all that 10x training last week, even though you didn't even though you felt down, right? You still did it. So what's keeping you from doing this plane stuff? Okay, what's keeping you from figuring out how you're doing your taxes, which you need to figure out anyway because you have to. But if it's better to file jointly, what's holding you back from doing it? It sounds scary because it's new and you've never done it. That's what it is. It's just scary because it's new. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and just end the video off here. I'll see you on the next Reflection Wednesday, where you'll talk more in depth about other things. You have a 10-minute phone call before you make a video, so maybe something will come up from that too. Anyway, I love you. Invest in yourself because you are the very best person that you can invest in. Don't forget stocks, real estate, gold, silver. Kind of just drawing a blank here for a second, but also, the paycheck, you've been doing well. 10% back on your paycheck, every paycheck, though you've been doing more than 10%, which is great. Is just with unexpected expenses popping up sometimes. You gotta get that figured out. Anyway, I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.